Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe.
We are reading Shri Shri Vilapa Kusumanjali by Srila Raghunath Das Goswami with the nectar comments of Sri Anantadas Babaji Maharaj. Today we are reading verse number 40. O Devi, Goddess, when will I decorate your teeth with reddish lines, making them look just like pearls with lines of ruby on them? Again, O Devi, Goddess, when will I decorate your teeth with reddish lines, making them look just like pearls with lines of ruby on them? Explanations. The stream of Sri Raghunath's transcendental visions flows on. This time, he serves Swamini's row of teeth, saying, O Goddess, when will I decorate your teeth with reddish lines, making them look just like pearls with lines of ruby on them? Sri Raghunath's heart is filled with an amazing eagerness to serve his Swaminiji. Just as food does not taste sweet when one is not hungry, the flavor of devotional service is not astonishing when there is no eagerness in the devotee's heart. Again, just as food does not taste sweet when one is not hungry, the flavor of devotional service is not astonishing when there is no eagerness in the devotee's heart.
So rather, from the words we can see through our ears how eager Raghunath is to serve his beloved Swami. He's addressing his beloved Swamini, O Devi, O beautiful one, O playful, O sweet. You are most sweet, most beautiful, most playful. You are my Devi. You really deserve the name Shri, which contains all opulence of sweetness and beauty. Shri Devi, or just a Devi. So this is the very eager words in the form of prayers. Please fulfill my desire. I want to see you. I want to serve you. I want to listen you. I want to follow you. I want to be your shadow. I always want to be with you. I cannot imagine my life without you. So this is the eagerness and also in the same time humility. So his feelings are present in all words of these words, but also in all other words. And they represent his great longing, crying. And in this verse, it's explained this morning seva. You know, this is one part of the morning seva. And now this seva, morning seva of preparation, Radharani, to go out from the home, to go to the Nandishwar, this part of morning seva is like a final touch in decoration of Shinatala. He wants to put the reddish line, which looks like rubies on Radharani's feet. It's such a detail, almost final touch. But what this it describes how much he is focused on her face. So many sevas he is doing on Radharani's face. And we read this verse in half a minute or 1 minute, and maybe our meditation simply go in another direction. But who knows how long Raghunath was staying in that meditation on the bank of Radha. Meditating on Radharani's just sweet, nice feet and his desire to put this Radharani. Maybe a few days, maybe few hours, depends. But the fact is that is completely focused on her face. When he was serving the lotus feet, he was focused on her lotus feet. The lines, the nails, marks on the sole of lotus feet, everything. But now he's focused on the face, how to decorate the eyes, lips, nose, chin, ears, sindura on her hair. So if we really want to practice this Manjari Bhav sadhana, we should try to make our mind calm down, peaceful, at least for the short time, if we cannot do it a longer time. And focus the mind following the footsteps on the same seva, through the same feelings, which Raghunath very openly describes to sadhana. This scene, how he's close to Radhika, looking her face just few centimeters in the distance, feeling her breath through the open mouth, sadhaka should feel. And he should feel eagerness to be, that together with his Guru Manjari, witness this scene. Maybe someone can ask, how will I do it? I tried so many times, but it doesn't work. We should pray that it works. We should pray that we receive at least little of spiritual strength that we can do it. Because the sweetness is so astonishing. Sweetness of this seva, sweetness of this moment, sweetness of intimacy between Raghunath, Tulsi Manjari, we can say now, and Swamini is so enchanted that it will enter in the heart of sadhaka, at least in the form of one drop. That one drop is sufficient to increase desire for more drops. White beads in the sweet mouth of Srimati. But if we are too much engrossed in our material consciousness, if we are too much interested for so many other things, and we are not taking the time to focus our mind, then it's be really very hard. So why I'm talking this? Because each one of us has his own responsibility to try as much as he can. And when the Guru see this and feel, we should understand he is, first of all, person who is full of feeling. When he feels that, he will be happy. And his happiness will enter in the heart of sadhaka and give the spiritual strength to the sadhaka. So what does it mean? That whatever we do, we should try to give Radha Mohan happiness, but also to our Guru. They are always with us. They are witnessing what we are doing. Actually, they are spiritual persons. For them, there is no limitation in the time, space, geography, or whatever. Whenever devotee have feelings towards Gurudev, he feels that. Or sometimes he said, I don't feel anything. So please try to increase your feelings, because only feelings can bring us in deep meditation. So this is the chance now, here and now, to practice bhajan, but from the spiritual body, from spiritual identity. As much, again I'm saying, as much as we can, that much we will be able to receive the strength to continue more and more. But from some starting point, we should begin. And the beautiful thing is, which is showing how devotee is eager, when this sharing finish, devotee take the time and again is trying to enter in this particular world. Then many revelations will start to open in front of him. But it requires our own desire and eagerness to use our time on that direction, or we will use the time in other directions. Mind is always moving somewhere, always moving. It's never peaceful. Body can be completely destroyed, sick of sickness, but mind is running like a wild horse, always. So why not direct that mind on these eternal topics for the real benefit of our souls?
Kuranga Sundara, yeah, very beautiful. He explained that we have to go deep, how Raghunath is absorbed in the details. When he focuses the feet, then he is with the feet. When he focuses the face, then he stays with the face. So the word upasana came to me. I liked that very much. I listened some time ago. First time the explanation of means sitting near, upasana. Meaning, I take my time. Now I'm here. And now I'm not moving. I'm here, ready to cry for relation. Now I want to meet with you. Now I want to experience you. And how we do that? I feel we do that by following Raghunath Das Goswami, by asking when I can do this kind of services. And Raghunath Das Goswami, probably he lived more than 40 years at Radhakund. Mahaprabhu, he disappeared 1534, and Raghunath, after that, Raghunath went to Radhakund and he disappeared 1580 something. So more than 40 years he was living there, doing bhajan. So we don't know how long it took to write this book, how much meditation, prayers, crying desperately, rolling on the ground, waiting, upasana. But the determination, oh my Swamini, I have no one else but you in this world. And I will not leave this place until I get your doctrine. And when we go on in this property, we will see that Radharani, or basically the Lord, Krishna, he relishes the eagerness of his devotees. He relishes also, he wants to see that eagerness. So sometimes they play hide and seek. They not reveal themselves very easily, because if things are easy to get, then how greed can grow, how longing can grow. So I think it took quite a while, maybe weeks, maybe months, until the next revelation came and Raghunath again wrote one sloka. I don't know, maybe days, maybe weeks, we don't know that. But it means that he is praying intensely, day and night, praying for that. And we have to follow that. We have to begin. I'm speaking to myself. I have to sit and give my time for that and try to meditate, try to somehow visualize things, praying for revelation. Please, one drop, just one drop.
And first sentence here is said, Raghunatha's transcendental visions flows on. Someone can ask, no, it means that after one pastime, immediately another pastime appears. Another part, because our imagination of the flow is actually fast speed, which is going on.
Like a movie.
Like a movie, yes. Scene to scene, and movie is finished. No, but the flow on means that flow was in his Sabakavesh, when the vision flow continues in Swarupesh, and when this vision disappears, flow continues again in his Sadakavesh. He is aware. He was lamenting for one vision, vision appears, and when vision disappears, he is still in his Sadakavesh in that flow. Like when we are dreaming something. And there is no time in dreams. Dreams can be 1 second according to external measurement. But we spend all lifetime inside of that, dreaming 1 second. This is the flow. But when we wake up, and if we like this dream, and if we are enchanted with that dream, we continue during the whole day, more or less, to think about this dream. So we are in the flow of remembrance. So this is the way how devotee, like Raghunath, thus his caliber of devotee, is spending 24/7, constantly absorbed in his swarup and focused on his beloved Swami. The mystery of this flow is that when devotees have to work, for example, what is happening if he works? Does this flow is still flowing, or even such kind of devotee has to stop his thinking? No, the mystery is that this flow, with little less intensity in one sense, but it still is flowing, even if he has to work, to drive, to whatever, because he is in because he is in love. Mother always thinks about her child. She can be the president of the country, and she still very deeply in the heart is in the flow of feelings with her child. Always. Because she loves. She is bounded by the love with her child. So in the same thing, Raghunath, in his deep absorption, I am Radharani's maidservant. He is constantly flowing in his own swarup, in Radhika's name, form, qualities, and loving pastimes. Constantly, whatever is happening around, whatever he do, he's constantly flowing. So this is the flow of consciousness, because his consciousness is soaked with Manjari Bhav and serving divine couple. When consciousness is soaked in something, then flow is automatic. Flow of feelings, flow of thoughts is completely always present. So we need eagerness for it. Without eagerness, even these beautiful words doesn't sound so tasty. Even the words of Baba doesn't sounds so tasty? We can check ourselves. No one other can check us. Does it sound to me tasty, relishable? How much I am enchanted, and how much these words are helping my spiritual identity to awake. This is checkup, which everyone has to do. Doctors making the checkups through our blood to see our vitamins or whatever, but devotee is making constant checkup about his state of consciousness. This is devotee. Right? Just as food doesn't taste sweet when one is not hungry. I'm not hungry. You can give me whatever you like. Most delicious thing. Yes, it's good. It's nice. I think a little bit and say thank you. You force me. I will do it again. But there is no any sensation. There is no any enchantment. But when you are hungry and someone is giving you just a little particle of the food, then we jump on that and eagerly try to put in ourselves because we are hungry. And this hungerness, what we are talking is not material hungerness, although it's material example, just to give us an impression. But we are talking here exclusively about spiritual hungerness of someone who feels that belongs to someone.
I want to say something about the flow in which Raghunath Das Goswami is living. It's like how I see it, how I feel it. Also somewhere in Vilapa Kusumanjali is mentioned that the stream of his smaran goes on and on. Always smaran is there. And Gurudev explained that smaran is like the beginning of absorption. That we, in everything we do, we think for Radharani. We think for her. I go to the office for Radharani, I'm serving her, I want to please her, I pick some flowers for her. By constantly thinking, smaran, I'm thinking of Radharani. Not deeply absorbed, but I'm thinking of her all the time. This flows like a river. And then is mentioned somewhere, the inside of this river, there's deep lake. In the river, there's a lake in the river. Meaning there's a point where there's no movement. There's a point in the river where I go deep, where I can go deep. So that is Diksha. The time when we have time to sit, to be silent, to close the eyes, to go inside, to go deep. That is the lake within the river. And when I come out and go back in daily activities, then the stream of the river continues. So we should be always in this stream of smaran, of remembrance, and going from one lake to the next lake. Try to go deep. Yeah. And Raghunath Swami, he has prema. We know he is eternal, as we say. So his prema is reflected outside of him, and everything he perceives triggers him. I imagine that he is living like in his own world. Whatever he sees, he remembers Swami. Because the prema that he has in his heart is reflected in what he sees outside. Like Srimati Radhika also, her prema also reflected in what she sees. She sees a tree, she thinks it's Krishna. She sees the sky, she thinks Krishna. She sees the Yamuna, thinks Krishna. Everywhere, her prema inside is reflected outside. Everything she sees reminds her. And I feel Raghunath Das Goswami also living in that. No? He's in Sadhak Vesh, he is not in the Leela, in Swarupa Vesh, but everything he perceives reminds him of Radharani, and that is the flow of visions that always go on. Not that he sees a movie, Leela after Leela, without interruption, but he is living in this flow of remembrance. But his absorption is not smaran. He is deeply always absorbed. And everything triggers him, Udipan, everything reminds him of Radhika. I feel like this. Jayananda Maharaj, you want to share something also?
Udava, I
Without
see you. Yes, I see you in the center. I see you, yeah. Whoever, please help us. Sudevi, whoever.
my eye is not working.
Okay.
Shri Radhe.
Radhe.
Oh, Suniti, Radhe, Radhe.
As you can see.
Thank you for beautiful verse and nice inspirations. I just want to maybe pinpoint one thought that came in my heart when I was reflecting on the subject of hunger, the spiritual hunger of Raghunath Das Goswami. So, as usual, I want to bring it back to the Sadhaka Deha, because certainly most of us are not on the level of Raghunath Das Goswami. But the hunger that I have, that I can feel as a sadhaka, is to feel hungry to progress in my own lifetime as much as possible. My hunger refers to needing the mercy and the association of like-minded Vaishnavas, of my Gurudev, and the mercy of Rajada. That is my hunger. I just have this hunger that for this lifetime, as much as possible, I would love to dedicate myself to the lotus feet of Srimati Radhika by the mercy of my Vaishnavas, my Gurudev, and the holy places. And of course, by the inspiration of the prayers of Raghunath Das Goswami, who is living in it. I'm aspiring to live in it. And I have many obstacles on my path, or let's say challenges, because they are also opportunities. So that I just wanted to reflect on the subject of hunger. And that hunger is in many different ways. And I see that all of us, we have individual hungers. All of us, we have different backgrounds. We have different feelings of our own destiny, how to become more hungry in bhakti, and how to, eat as much mahaprasadam as possible. So like this, I just wanted to share on this point of that hunger. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful point. And I can always check myself if I am hungry or if I am just filling myself with other things that are killing my hunger, or let's say that are diminishing my hunger when the mind goes in the external realm, especially when we have to be in separation feelings. So I love that feeling of being hungry for making the best out of it. And I certainly feel that our Gurudev, he wants us to be hungry all the time. That's why you love to feed us, Gurudev, isn't it? You always want to feed us because we have to be hungry. Radhe, Radhe.
Jai Shri Radhe. I'm also very grateful to Suniti for this, for the way she comes into the discussion as a sadhaka, in Sadhaka Vesh. Because often we talk about these subjects which are very, very high. And a moment ago we said it's a dream. And that sometimes it feels like we're talking about a dream from a dream for people in a dream. But actually, all that's been written about bhakti by our dear Rupa, Raghunath, Sanatan, and others, it's written for sadhakas. It's not written for souls in spiritual perfection. It's written to help us live in our sadhakavesh, in our material realities, and walk the path of spiritual perfection. That's what bhakti is. Bhakti is for sadhakas, showing the way to increase our desire, our eagerness, and to go deeper into our spiritual identities. So it's very, very important to remember, like Suniti is saying, that this is an everyday problem for all of us, and that we need practical advice and everyday guidance, and we need association and friendship, and this is what brings us forward. So I like to remember always that the 6 Goswamis, highly elevated spiritual beings, sadhus, you could call them, they're writing in sadhakavesh for sadhakas just like you and me. Just like you and me. This is a very nice thing to remember and very encouraging. Shivan.
Yeah. Just as food does not taste sweet when one is not hungry, the flavor of devotional service is not astonishing when there is no eagerness in the devotee's heart. Swamini stood behind Raghunath to relish the sweetness of his eager and earnest devotion. She did not show herself in front of him. The Lord enjoys the eagerness of his devotees.
Why Swamini is standing behind Raghunath? To relish his sadhana bhakti, or to relish something deeper, which is flowing in his heart? He is absorbed in his Swarup, and through his Swarup, he is deeply in the flow of feelings towards Radha. And this is what attracts Swami. He is not listening only about pastimes. He is not listening only about importance of meditation on own Swarup. He is practicing to be in Swarup. And this is what is attractive to Swami. Not his sadhaka, not his external sadhana, not his austerities, but his deep longing in the heart, which is not only on words based, but his longing is reflection of his real soul eagerness and Swarup eagerness. Then Swamini comes and looks on her beloved devotee. Why should Swamini come to the life of someone who always wants to stay on the external level? There is no need. Because if we just want to stay on external level, it shows that we are not even desirable. We don't have even desire for something. What to speak eagerness. So to practice Swarup, we need sadhakavesh. But to practice Swarup, not to stay in sadhakavesh. And this is what is missing, really missing in our spiritual life and advancement. And no one can help us because we are not hungry for help. We are praying from body practically for another body. And this is not at all attractive to Swamini, to Kusumanjali, to the Vaishnavas, because there is no any taste which can attract them. Our own taste is attracting them. Our eagerness attracting them. Not the words of prayer, even the tears are not attracting them, if are from the bodily consciousness. So to practice spiritual life means to practice my spiritual identity. And this is our own responsibility. If we are not willing by our own will to do it, despite of so many years of help, nothing will change in the spiritual life. And this must be clear. Emotions, spiritual emotions, which are coming from Svarup, will not appear. So we are reading this for sadhakas, but also Siddha devotees are relishing from their position. They are relishing sadhana, but which kind of sadhana? Not bodily sadhana. They are relishing Svarup, true Svarup. Sadhaka is eager to attain Bhava Bhakti. Then what does it mean to attain Bhava Bhakti? I want to attain attachment from deep of my soul. I don't want to talk, listen, worship without this desire to attain and increase spiritual feelings. This is why we need Bhava. Because Bhava is the opening flower full of flavors which will attract Swamini. Bhava. And for that Bhava we need the Kripa. Otherwise everything is in vain in this lifetime. And we are not sufficiently sincere about that. We are always putting all the words of Acharyas on the ground. And how we think that from the ground taste will increase? No way. Taste must be nourished with the taste of someone who is in Svarup flesh, who has realizations of spiritual taste in his Svarup flesh. Then change in the heart can start to happen. Otherwise, it's pure wasting of time and energy of our own and energy of others. This is meant for sadhakas who wants to relish, to realize, to practice the taste which manjaris, eternal manjaris have, but not by words and body, but to increase their spiritual identity as much as they can. Then Swamini and other devotees, Rasik devotees, are helpers. If there is no desire, and the sign of that is that we always want to stay on the bottom platform. Externally devotee, inside bottom platform. Very nice words, very clever, smart, constantation, expression, poetically, this and that, but it's all external. There is no seva sadhaka rupena, siddha rupena. Siddha rupena is nourishing sadhaka rupena, external devotions. And who is really doing external devotional service, he is inspired to do siddha rupena. Rupa Goswami externally was discovering the places in Vrindavana, holy places, which were hidden in that time. He was writing externally, but what he ever did externally, it gave him so much inspiration to go in his bhajan deeply, in his Svarup. And the more he was doing in his Svarup, desire for external seva became even more intense. But without eternal attempts, not success, but attempts, practice, external seva will be just always on the platform of pious activities. And somehow it doesn't go to our hearts and our consciousness. And this is our own responsibility why it doesn't flow. This is why we said after this moment, we are misusing even this moment. How we will properly use after this. Sadhana bhakti has to be practiced parallel with the siddha, because we receive that. We receive that. Otherwise, it will be completely dead. Devotees, real devotees, doesn't want to behave like a workaholic, This is religious activities. And we are so much stuck in this religious activity that we don't want even to accept the mood of Swarup. And there is no advancement, real inner advancement. Words can change, conclusions can change, but there is no any change in the heart, and only heart can receive the Kripa. Someone who is in Shantarati, he is in the beginning of self-realization. He opens his heart to receive all other bhavas. This is why we became devotees. Uddhavaji on Thursday was speaking very nicely, reading about different rasas. But all these rasas are starting from this opening heart of attachment. But we ignore relationship. And we became a specialist in this ignoring, wasting our energy and the energy of others. Take shelter of the feelings of Raghunath. Shelter means flow in his feelings. Allow myself and I have to smash my head on the wall because I am rebellious to allow myself to feel the Raghunath's feeling and Gurudev's feelings. And devotees who can feel the Gurudev's feeling, they are flowing. And they are our sublime examples. Why we always choose the wrong examples? Because we don't have any whiff of real, honest, sincere desire. Words are written here. Why we are speculating about other things? Why? Try to enter in each word and sentences deeply, like in lake, Gaurachandra said. This is the lake, not materialistic lake. This is the bathing in the dust of Raja. We are not taking sincerely, honestly, and with open heart. We are just pretending. There is no even Shantarati if we don't open the heart. Because Shantarati is included in Manjari Bhav, in all Bhavas. All devotees, they have attachment, feelings towards his Ishtadev, whoever it is. This is Shantarati. Peaceful eagerness. Peaceful eagerness. Why is peaceful? Peaceful for all other things. I don't care for all other things. This is why I'm peaceful. But inside of me is volcano of desires to attain my beloved one-pointed goal. I'm sorry that you have to listen these harsh words, but I'm trying just to explain the way of receiving the taste, nothing else. We are talking about prema, we are talking about bhav, but actually the taste is crucial point. And the taste is present for us sadhakas here in the words of Baba, Gurudev, Raghunath, and all our Rasikachas. If we are not nourishing this taste, we will always be in some new wave. Philosophies, external way of thinking, and so on. Taste can bring us out us of the taste for material world. And we have to surrender to the words of Acharyas. If we don't surrender to the words of Acharya and always twisting them, help is here, but we cannot use this. Medicine is here, doctor is here, but the patient is so rebellious that he doesn't want to simply put the pill in his mouth. And wait a little bit that medicine starts to act. Nothing more. This is sadhana bhakti. But for what? To become finally healthy person, spiritual person. Otherwise, it's wasting of time and energy.
There was someone who wanted to share something.
Yeah. Please.
I deeply appreciate the words of Gauranga Sundara. Sometimes we need little shaking to see our situation clearly, how much time I have left. You know, I became devotee when I was around like 21. Then I took some distance because some trouble in the institutions. But when I became around like 30, 35 around, I was thinking, oh, Krishna consciousness is so nice. But if I continue playing around, then I won't realize anything in this life. Little chanting here, going to some programs there, being vegetarian, offering my food, like this, no? Thinking like, okay, I can do like this, but I will never go really deep. So I understood that I have to be more in association, that I have to go more deep in what I'm doing, that I have to focus in my life what is really my goal. So still I'm saying about myself that I'm not serious. I'm not ready to give everything for this. I remember Krishna Chandra from Switzerland. He always say, you know, don't worry. Only this life. You had so many lives before. So many lives will come. Don't worry. Just this one life you give for Krishna. Just this life you give. Nothing else. No? Nobody will take something from you. Yes. So the point that Gauranga Sundara is making, I feel still I have not assigned with Krishna. Not assigned. Not deeply commit myself to the understanding that I'm not this material body. I am not this false ego. I am not the senses and the mind. I am spiritual soul. And I have to live in this. I want to live in that consciousness 24/7. It would be natural to have an attachment to God. He is my creator, the Paramatma. I'm part and parcel, but I cannot feel it. I mean, my consciousness is very covered. I'm living in an unnatural condition. Prabhupada saying that when we enter in our spiritual identity, this is the natural. Everything else is illusion. And the point Gauranga Sundara is also making is we may practice our spiritual life. We are chanting and we are reading and we are listening and we do kirtan, we do some service, but in which consciousness we are doing it? Are we really doing it in our spiritual consciousness? That is the question, and that is the crucial thing, because this body will never realize Swarup. My false ego not realize Swarup. My mind not, this is all not I, who I am. Only the soul is striving to get the spiritual body. Therefore, the soul must practice to achieve its spiritual body. So if I wake up and I do my japa or I do my diksha, first of all, I have to enter into my spiritual consciousness. Don't understand me wrong. I'm speaking to myself. You know? Sometimes I'm sitting myself down, I start doing things like that and start chanting and try to meditate and think, but I'm not even deeply connected with myself, not entering into soul consciousness. Everything I'm doing with my mind. And the result of that will be zero. So sometimes it's good to really get the mirror in front of our face, no? Asking how serious we are. And also, Raghunath Das Goswami He said, oh, I know I'm so fallen. I know that I have no qualifications, but I cannot stop hoping because I know you are the most merciful. I don't deserve it, but you are so merciful that I still have hope. And you, oh Gauranga, you appeared to give it freely to the most fallen. So please show the evidence. Here I am. Give it to me because I am the most fallen. If you don't give to me, then it's not true that you are giver to the most fallen. So I am the most fallen, so you have to give to me. This is my hope. And I feel that sometimes I think it must be very painful for Gurudev and for the Parampara, Param Gurudev, and all the great Vaishnavas. They are waiting for us. And they see that we are moving so slowly and that we, like Prabhupada say, we are like the elephants. We take bath in the river and after that we again running in the dust and rolling in the dust. So sometimes I feel like it must be very painful for them to see that we are not moving. But still, they give the mercy. They also cannot stop hoping that one day we will change also. We will come one day. If I want to say something positive, the glass is not half empty, glass is half full. Then we can also recognize that we have some attachment. If somebody steal my bead bag or somebody say you can never chant again holy name, then I would feel my attachment. So that everybody also can recognize how much attachment I have already. Oh, if I could never chant again, then how would it feel? If I never could go to Vrindavan again, if I could never attend one Zoom meeting, see Gurudev, like this, if everything would be taken from us, then maybe we would see that we kind of attachment we already have, but we have to grow it. And honestly, because time is short, I feel little like that. So I pray also for the mercy of every one of you and Gurudev that I can somehow change myself also, become more serious in my spiritual life.
Sure.
Radhe.
More influence.
So back to the pastime, I want to say why Radharani is standing behind Raghunath, not showing in front of herself. Gauranga already explained so nice, but I got one thought. Actually, in some spiritual traditions, they deny the material body. They say, this is all Maya, you are not the body, you are so focused only on that. But here we can see that Radharani personally, she came to protect the sadhaka of Raghunath Das Goswami. Of course, he was deeply absorbed in his spiritual identity, being Kusumanjali, but still, Radharani wanted to protect and maintain his sadhaka deha. From that, we learn how precious this is to have this body. It's the greatest gift. It's the perfect tool to realize, to do bhajan. Wow. This body is the greatest instrument. Our voice can sing. You don't need to buy a guitar or something. Your body is the greatest instrument. So precious, and we want to maintain it.
It's instrument, but I'm not that instrument.
Yes.
This is the tool for awakening my spiritual body.
Go on.
This is just the tool, instrument. I'm not guitar. Guitar is the instrument through which I express my desires to attain spiritual identity. But if I'm thinking that I'm guitar or car, that I'm complete, full. And I want to stay in that consciousness. So this is why Krishna is saying here, please, Gaurachandra, continue. The Lord enjoys
The Lord enjoys the eagerness of his devotees. Bhaktera prema vikara deki Krishnara chamatkara Krishna yara napaya anta kevachara ara. Krishna is astonished when he sees the devotees' loving transformation.
Transformations. He is astonished when he sees Radhika, we can say also. Both of them. Guru is astonished. We want to astonish them. But how? To become great, this and that? Not by our own loving transformations. This desire to transform myself is giving the Gurudev's help. But my endeavor and my attempt to transform is giving him even more. Not my words. I want to transform my heart. But what you are doing, please be serious. Krishna is astonished when he sees devotees loving transformation, not stagnation. Transformation. This is desire for transformation is the symptom of honesty and sincerity. Then Krishna inside of the heart, like Chaitya Guru, will help. But if there is no desire for transformation, nothing will happen.
Krishna is astonished when he sees the devotees' loving transformations. Even Krishna cannot find the limit to their loving ecstasy. What to speak of ordinary living beings? Therefore, Swamini increases the ocean of Raghunath's prema by making him more eager. Jaho.
She is making him more eager because he's already, by her mercy and the mercy of Rupa, Sanatana, Swarup, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is entering with his spiritual identity in this ocean of prema. And now she's even more increasing this pure love by making him more eager. How? By hiding behind him. If I don't practice properly Manjari Bhav Sadhana, there is no one who is hiding behind me because no one is attracted with my sadhana. It's my just illusion that someone noticed mine. Why should he notice? If there is no any feeling and desire to be intimate with that person. Because bhakti is personal process, person to person. Radha Mohans are persons. Manjaris are persons. They are not dull sadhakas. They are persons who are burning from love. And their burning is touching the heart of Radhika to also burn, to reciprocate them. So love is burning process of two fires which are meeting together and make a big fire. With the body we cannot approach Radha. We can use and put all our strength to develop and be absorbed as much as we can, because we are sadhakas. This word is very important, as much as we can, but as much. To develop suitable body to be with Shrimati Radharani, and especially with her maidservants.
Therefore, Swamini increases the ocean of Raghunath's prema by making him more eager. Sri Raghunath's heart is very eager to attain the personal service of Sri Radha's lotus feet by crying in a heart-rending way for Swamini. He caused Sri Rupa Goswami's heart to melt.
Wow. By crying, Shishya is causing that the Guru's heart is melting of compassion and love. And then simply the kripa from his melted heart is flowing towards crying sadhaka. Why we are not crying? Because the goal is not still fixed. Prayojana is not firmly and only that prayojana established. We are crying for so many other things because our heart is focused in desire to attain them, to get them, or to be with them. And when we are not able, we are crying. It's spontaneous process. The lotus feet of Radhika are still not so fixed, and tears are not coming out. And these tears sometimes are visible or not visible, but Guru Manjari feels and hears these tears. Please read again this Sri Raghunatha's heart.
By crying in a heart-rending way for Swamini, Raghunath caused Sri Rupa Goswami's heart to melt. Therefore, Sri Rupa Goswami ended his Dana Keli Kaumudi with the following prayer for Raghunath's sake.
You see what is sadhana bhakti? To touch the heart of Guru, who will pray for us, for his disciple, to his Guru, who will pray to his Guru, directly to Radha. This is the process of attainment, perfection in sadhana bhakti to bhava bhakti and prem bhakti. And someone says this is just the words for sadhaka. Yes, this is the word for sadhaka, to attain siddhi, svarup, not to stay on the level of sadhaka. Oh, Rupa Manjari, you are my best friend. I don't have any other friends. He is speaking from sadhaka ved, but feeling from svarup. We are speaking for sadhaka ved, but empty in the heart. Oh, my Guru, please help me. I need kripa, I need kripa. This is emptiness of the heart. But when sadhaka is speaking, but crying inside from his svarup, then this crying lamentation melts the heart of the Guru. And he prays, please, Radhe, take this shishya, which is so dear to me. If it's dear to me, it will be dear to you also. Please take him.
Sri Rupa Goswami wrote, O Madhava, my friend Raghunath Das has given up all other activities and is now living in a cottage on the bank of Radha Kunda, very anxious to exclusively serve you and Sri Radhika. You always cast your merciful glance on those who live in Vrindavan, and you fulfill all their desires. So please make the tree of Raghunath's aspirations bear fruit soon.
Such an explicit prayer, detailed prayer for Guru and Guru Manjari for the sake of his disciple. In these prayers, nothing is missing. All sadhana is covered, and Guru is praying.
Now you can say.
Again, read.
O Madhava, My friend Rupa Goswami writing, O Madhava, my friend Raghunath Das has given up all other activities and is now living in a cottage on the bank of Radhakunda. He is very anxious to exclusively serve you and Sri Radhika. You always cast your merciful glance on those who live in Vrindavan, and you fulfill all their desires. So please make the tree of Raghunath's aspirations bear fruit soon. Yes, Gurudev? In this Vilapa Kusumanjali, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami offers flower-like lamentations at Srimati's lotus feet and renders loving devotional service to her. With love-steeped minds and eyes, the Raga Nuga devotees should see and relish the picture drawn with bhava of the intense suffering the maidservant goes through day and night when she is separated from her beloved mistress. Again, with love-steeped minds and eyes, the Raga Nuga devotees should see and relish the picture drawn with bhava of the intense suffering the maidservant goes through day and night when she is separated from her beloved mistress.
Wow,
Oh,
Yes, Gurudev.
beautiful.
with love-steeped minds and eyes, the Raga Nuga devotee should see and relish the picture drawn with bhava of the intense suffering the maidservant goes through day and night when she is separated from her beloved mistress. How much relish and how many hundreds of different moods are revealed in these lamentations of separation can be learned from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lamentations in the Gambhira pastimes.
Gambhira is in the Puri, Jagannath Puri, where the Mahaprabhu is living alone with Ramananda.
It's a place, Gambhira.
That was the last time when he was in ecstasy.
How much relish and how many hundreds of different moods are revealed in this lamentations of separations can be learned from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lamentations in the Gambhira pastime. Quotes
Radhe
from
Radhe. No.
Jai
Radhe Radhe.
Ho.
Open.
First thing is I was completely listening, amazing. How Guru Shishya relationship Raghunath Das Goswami and Rupa Goswami. Because Raghunath Das Goswami is so much doing, I don't know, this tapasya. I don't know, this is not tapasya, but he's too much meditating and crying, lamenting in the Radha Kunda. Like Manaha and, Manaha, Manash Seva. Then Rupa Goswami, who is Guru, praying for his disciple, or Madhava, or Radhika, please, Raghunatha's desires fruits, fulfill his fruits. Oh my God, this kind of different stage of Guru Shishya relationship. disciple was completely drowned in the separation of love in separation from Radhika and crying, lamenting, and good also helping for praying to Radha Mohan. Wow, such beautiful relationship, intimate relationship, Guru Shishya. This is one point. And another point is this Baba mentioned Mahaprabhu's love in separation in Gambhira Leela. If we
One bottle packet,
understand, Raghunatha Das was
cold water.
among the Goswamis. Raghunatha Das Goswami is almost only one witness, direct witness at that time. And then he got so much feeling from Mahaprabhu, or maybe association of Mahaprabhu and Ramananda and Swarpa Damodara Goswami. So this Mahaprabhu's feeling, of course Mahaprabhu's Ishta, but also same time he was acting also like, maybe this is not the proper word, he also giving shiksha to Raghunath Das Goswami and give so much mercy upon him. So then Raghunath Das Goswami finally got in stage, last his life in Radhakunda, so much Vipraramba Baba, feeling separation from Ishta Devi, from Radhika. And this highest stage of bhakti, especially sadhana bhakti, even though he is Nityasiddha, still he is coming down to taste sadhana bhakti. And Baba one day explained why Nityasiddha come down and to practicing sadhana bhakti, looks like sadhana bhakti. But this tasting is so intense. Even sadhana bhakti, this feeling separation, exchange of love with Ishta Devi was so intense. And so much love, so much bliss coming into his or her heart. So this is by the mercy of Rupa Goswami, Swarupa Damodara Goswami, and Sanatana Goswami, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we are just, the other day we are reading in Sanatana Goswami, Rupa Goswami, and sometimes Swarupa Damodara Goswami. Wow. This Gambhira Leela was so much to learn from us, even though I'm so, unqualified, but so much teaching, so much Baba. The essence of Manjari Baba in Sadhaka Deha is containing. So just I feel some expression, Radhe Radhe.
Yeah.
So that's very nice point, Janamara. They are Nitya Siddhas, no? Rupa Manjari, Tulsi Manjari, they are eternal associates. They are never
But they are associate, but they are teaching us.
Yeah.
If you want Abhideha, then you have to do what is the way to do. If you want Pariyojana, this is the way to do. They are Acharya of Abhideha and Pariyojana. They are not talking about Sambandha, because this is the teaching first happened by Sanatana Goswami. And he was oldest and first who come Vrindavan to teach first to all the follower of Chaitanya. Without Sambandha, Abhideha will not come and Prayojan will not. If my desire is this, then we get the Sarup Abhideha, and then Prayojan is the Sarup Siddhi. then we are in the line of them. This is the way of progress of us. If this desire is there, then we can reach to the Nitya, like a Nitya Siddha. We can be also Sarup Siddhi. We can get it in this life. No need to two life for that.
So thank you everyone for listening today.
Again, I apologize because for sure I maybe hurt someone. But
There is nothing to hurt, it's a reality. Acharya's word you are sharing. You are reminding us, if any mistake we are doing, we can revive it. There's nothing. You do mistake, you are helping us by giving your sharing and helping us. Thanks for this, for you doing. And Gaurachandra.
God, you are merciful.
You are merciful that you help us where we are in the mistake. If we want to grow, we can fix it, our mistake. Other cannot fix my mistake. Narayan Maharaj always saying, we need greed for that. If your greed is there, it's possible to happen. Radhe Radhe Gaur